Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. This is Namratha. I graduated in the year 2018 from BMSIT, and I went on to pursue my master's from Purdue University in West Lafayette. I then graduated from Purdue this year in the month of May, and I work as a project engineer. And we essentially work for NYSDOT, that is New York State Department of Transportation, and MNRR, which is Metro North Railroad. We do rehabilitation of bridges and refurbishment of facades of historical monuments. In my master's, I did a specialization in architectural engineering. So in architectural engineering, we focused on energy efficient buildings, design of HVAC systems, lighting design or daylighting design, indoor air quality, and so basically it all comes under the umbrella of building systems. So we look at the different buildings, like lighting as a building system, like HVAC as a building system, indoor air as a building. So we do design of it, or we look at existing buildings, model it, and see how we can improve it. I also studied energy auditing, which is very up and coming right now. So most of the base of what I studied in my master's stems from thermodynamics and building information modeling, which I assume you guys would already be exposed to. However, thermodynamics is a very mechanical engineering subject, and I didn't study much of it in my undergrad. It's very new to me in master's, and that's about it. I also want to discuss with you the chronological order of my application process in my bachelor's, which I think would be important. So first, by the end of my second year, I had decided that I want to pursue my master's. So first semester of third year, I wrote my GRE and my TOEFL. By the second semester of my third year, I had my results in. So I was writing my SOPs, my LORs, and submitting my applications and all. So by this time, if you're in third year, you should have submitted your application. So next year, that is fourth year, first sem, you will already know which colleges have accepted you. So you can, get on with your other official processes like visa, etc. And yes, this timeline is if you want to pursue your master's immediately after your bachelor's. Although if you want to pursue like building construction management or construction engineering management or courses that involve like project management, it is highly advisable that you have considerable work experience. But if you want a more research-based, research-oriented master's, you would definitely have a head start if you have like a paper in a journal. I did not have a paper. Not any journal. It should be like, a peer-reviewed journal, or you could have mini projects. That really helps. So say if you're applying to the hydraulics department of civil engineering, it would be very useful if you have a project in that area. So when you write your SOP, you can, relate and show how you're interested in what you're applying for. So that is very important. And right now, I'm still in the training phase of my work since it's just been 5 months since I joined this company. And we mostly do work for, like I said, NYSDOT, that's New York State Department of Transportation. And a lot of bridges in this state are really old. They've rusted. The abutments, the concrete is, falling out of the abutments. So what we do, so the engineers already go, they visit, they survey, they tell us what is wrong and what needs replacement. So we go, we check what they've surveyed and see if they're right. And then we get the drawings, we give it to our estimation team, they give us quantities, and we look for ways in which we can make the job easier. Like say if it's like right now we're working in this bridge, it's called the Newburgh Beacon Bridge. So it's a really tall structure, so it's very hard for construction workers to get there, to get to the bottom of the bridge. So one challenge is like bridge rigging itself is a challenge. Now, this is not what I specialize in my master's. My master's, like I said, I specialized in facade design. Uh, so in my company, I obviously work with the facade engineers who design, who again design historical monuments. Already have really old facades that are chipping away, that need thermal insulation. They have to be designed optimally, because you can't just slap on like 7-inch thick thermal insulators. That would prove it. So it's essentially a lot of what you study in your masters and what you implement in real life it all boils down to simple problems of optimization. So say if you're designing an HVAC system, you have to size it accordingly. Or say if you're designing lighting system, that's daylighting, you can't have too much daylight come inside a space, because then it'll heat up the space, and then you'll need more energy to cool that space down. So it has to be optimum. So yeah, a lot of what I learned in my master's and what I'm learning here is just how to create an equation, a mathematical equation with the right variables, and how to optimize it. So yes, learning statistics and optimization is extremely important. Another thing that I learned in my master's is how important statistics is. We don't really learn that in undergrad. And that's about it. I was asked to give a message. All the best, and do what interests you the most. Do what you're passionate about. If it's entrepreneurship, do that. If do what you're interested in, whichever specialization you are interested in. And also, if you have any questions about pursuing masters in the US, you can always shoot me an email or get my contact details and talk to me on LinkedIn. Yes, I will be happy to help you if for any concerns about GRE, GMAT, application procedures, about any course at Purdue. If you want any course, I can help you out with that. So that's it. Thank you very much for having me and listening to me for 8 minutes. Thank you.